Good morning, welcome back to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. My name is Mel. I'm going to be taking you through this hour, and oh my goodness me, if you thought that was a deal. Do you see this? This is bonkers but brilliant. Whether you are a die cutter, a card maker, whether you use your scan and cut, we've got options. So we're going to take you through this hour. Joining me today, we've got our lovely Ethan on cameras. There he is, still got those sore hands, kid. We've got Lewis in the driving seat.
Hello.
And you got me for another hour. Hoping Stephanie's going to turn up at some point, but I don't think she'll be coming into this show. She's probably still recovering from last night when she produced the show. It was very funny, but my head was done. I couldn't keep up. I just couldn't keep up. Right, live shopping, let me tell you a little bit about it. So first of all, it's a really, really easy way to shop for all your crafty goodies while you watch us on the shows. So we don't have to go away from the demonstration to put something in your basket to check it out. It's all done automatically for you. It's super, super easy. Now you can watch us on YouTube. You can also watch us on Facebook, Instagram, and our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. Now, to shop with us on either Facebook or Instagram, each product that we show you will have a code. And all you need to do is type the word shop and then that code into the comments underneath the video, and that will automatically put that product into a basket for you. Then you'll receive a direct message. When you open that message, you'll find a link. Click the link, that will take you to our website where you can log into your account and then check out those baskets, because the sooner you do on the digital side of it, the sooner you can be crafting. On the physical template side of it, the sooner we can get that happy post coming to your door. Now, if you would prefer to shop directly on the website, you can also do that. So go to highlightcrafts.com, press play, and as soon as that show goes live, all the products in that show will appear as a list down the right hand side of your screen. You then just select the ones that you wish to purchase, and they'll go into a little red shopping bag that will appear at the top of your screen. When you're ready to log in and check out, click on that bag, and that will take you through that process. So you don't need your shop codes if you shop on highlightcrafts.com. Now, a couple of other things. If you're brand new to us, welcome. Please put a little comment underneath the video, and then we can give you a really nice, warm Highlight Craft welcome. But the other thing I'd like you to do before you shop with us is open an account. Because by opening an account with us, which is free, and it's exactly what you would expect it to be, you automatically and also for free become a member of Club Highlight. And our club is brilliant because not only do you get extra discount on every single order, it doesn't matter if, like this show, the prices have been slashed already, you will still get that discount. It doesn't matter if it's a Black Friday deal, you will still get that discount, which is phenomenal. And on every single order that you ever place with us. Now, for every £1 that you spend with us, you will get 5 loyalty points. You can build those up and use them against a larger purchase, or you can spend them as you go along. It's entirely up to you. And then if you get your basket spent to £35 or over, we're going to pay postage for you, which is fantastic, isn't it? Because you can take that money and spend it on something crafty, which is always good. Now, a couple of other bits of information. If you're watching us on YouTube or on our website, please go to the homepage on the website. You'll see a banner that says Black Friday deals. Click on that. It will ask you for your details. And the reason that we're doing this is we're going to preview some of the products that we're bringing you on Black Friday, and you will be able to shop ahead. So you'll be able to, on Friday, for example, we are releasing the scan and cut preview. So if you've signed up to it, you'll get a message telling you what it is. If you haven't, you won't. So please go to that Black Friday deals on our website and fill in that information. If you're watching on Facebook or Instagram, all you need to do is type the word deals into the comments underneath the video, and that will give us permission to send you a message with that link in. You do not want to miss. If you've been thinking about Scan and Cut SDX 1200 and you've been sat on the fence going, should I, shouldn't I? Maybe you've already got a CM and you want to upgrade. You do not want to miss that Black Friday deal. It's the best deal we've ever done. And I can't remember doing a better deal on Create Craft either. So you need to tune in because there's loads of stuff coming with it. Right, let me say good morning to a few of you and then we'll get stuck into these templates. We've got a lovely Lynn with us this morning. We've got Ria, Chris, Cheryl's with us, Pauline. Good morning everyone, been busy foiling my cracker embellishments, in brackets winter floral. Oh, they look good. Are you doing that on your Scan and Cut, Pauline? They're fabulous, aren't they? You've got Wendy with us, Karen, Christine, Barbara, Sarah Jane's with us, Shauna's with us, got Veronica, good morning. Angie's with us from Greece, morning Ange. We've got Sharon with us, Carol and Deborah. Oh, and Lexi, you're all coming in now. Hi, hi. Right, shall we start? Now then, there's quite a lot to get through on here, so we're going to start right over here at the beginning. Now, we've been bringing you these templates for quite a while now. These were something that Amanda brought you. She's doing well. She's healing, isn't she, Ethan? She's getting better. Is she behaving herself?
So far.
So far. That's good. So, yes, she's on the mend, which is good. She's still got a long way to go, but she's getting there. Right, let's talk about this set. So, this is a batch 9. Right, I'm going to bring in this image. So when you buy your physical stencils, this particular set, and don't put these in your basket yet, I want you to see the mega deal first. Oh, we've put it on the screen. So your mega deal, I don't even know where to start with this. Your mega deal is going to get you, it's a lot, all of the, excuse me, all of these stencils, oh, blinking heck. This is why they don't leave me on my own very often. All of these stencils. So there's 4 different card shapes there. You've got another 4 here and another 4 here, and then all of these, all of it. You're getting all of it for $29.99 before your discount. Should be $119.84. That's mad. That's the best part of £90 saving. Brilliant though, right? Right, let me tell you exactly what these are. So you're going to get your... and I'm hoping we've got these in here. Yes, we have. Your house fold card. This is cute. Look at this, how this just opens up. Bear with. Look at that. How cool is that? And then when you fold that down, there we are. Card's a little bit heavy. It's that sentiment there. There we go. All folds down, she says. What's stopping that there? Something's stopping that. There, that's it. Get that one tucked in and then that one tucked in. There you go. Sorry, hands aren't great this morning. But how fabulous is that? And then it looks like a little house. You can make it into a little beach hut if you wanted to, just by doing stripes, putting a little roof on. I think that's super cute. So that's one of them. You then also get your origami fold card. This reminds me of those little fortune tellers. It's not quite the same shape, but it's not far off. And look at that. How lovely is that? So you can put your sentiment inside there. Okay. You're then also going to get your tricorn fold card. Wow, we've got some great names coming on here. Now, you will have seen these a lot with our design team. So our design team have been using these card shapes a lot in their samples. So if you've ever seen them and thought, oh, I wonder where they got that card shape from, this, right? It's brilliant, isn't it? Look at that. So you're going to be able to make all of these card shapes, and I'll talk you through the templates in a minute. And then you're also going to get the tunnel card mechanism. This is a great one as well. Bloom with Grace. How lovely is that? That's very pretty. Right, let me talk to you about the templates themselves, because what we do for you, because we cut these in-house, we can actually put the score/cut line on the actual template itself. So you can see here, they'll all fit on an A4 piece of card, and you score along these lines. So my suggestion would be that you put a pencil line, a very faint pencil line. You could even use something like a white pencil or a very pale pencil, and you just put your lines in, and then you score on those lines on your scoreboard or your trimmer, if you've got a trimmer with a scoreboard on, and then you cut them out and you make the cards. I do believe there are instructions on the product for these. Can you just check that for me, Lewis, please? Yes. That'd be great. So if you want set 9, which gives you your house fold card, your origami fold card, your tricorn fold card, it's a mouthful, isn't it? And your tunnel card, number 1 and 2, then that is shop 9, $14.99. You can get all of it for $29.99 before your discount. That's where I'd be going, right? Right, let's have a look at the next one, shall we? We're going to make this.
I'm not sure if the instructions are included with the products, but we do have them on the website.
So they can download them?
Yes.
Are they free?
Yes.
Lovely. That's the price I wanted. So there are instructions on the website. Right, now then, let's have a look at these. I'm not even going to show you the stencils because they're really obvious. So you have got, look at this, an envelope. I get asked so many times for envelopes for Scan and Cut. They are in the digital subscription. You'll get envelopes in that, but how fabulous is that? And it's got the spine, so you can put thicker things in. If you're looking for something for your gift cards at Christmas, this is going to be fabulous. Now, we're doing all of these as SVGs as well, as a deal, right? What's the SVG one, please, Lewis? Because we might as well do it as we go along. Shop bundle, $19.99. That's bonkers. Getting 4, 8, 12 card shapes, the teapot, the saucer, the cup, and another card shape, and the boxes. Yeah, that's mad. Right, shop bundle, $19.99 if you've got a Scan and Cut. This one's lovely. Love the little magnets. I have asked Stephanie to try and source some more of these because I think this is a great idea. And that will then just hold in there. There are some bar of chocolates. Are they Ritter? They're called, aren't they? Ritter Sport. They'd fit perfectly inside there. Won't get in the box in my house because I've eaten it before I decided to do that. I hit my whole body weight in blinking chocolate buttons this weekend. I was trying to be really good and I didn't manage it. Now this is a cool one as well. Look at this for a little gift bag. This is fab, isn't it? Look at that, for a few little bits of goodies in there. So you're getting that one as well. And then you're also going to get this Hexagon box as well, which we're going to build in this hour. Now I am going to use my Scan and Cut just because it's quicker, but if you're using your templates, it's super easy. If there's a line where it needs to cut, the cut will be lasered into the template, so you'll never lose the instructions either, which is great. You can resize these as well, and yesterday in the 12 o'clock Scan and Cut show, I showed you how to split a shape so you can make it even bigger and then just add a tab in. I showed you how to do that at 12 o'clock yesterday. It's worth watching that one back. So in that one, you are going to get, if I have a look on here, these are your SVG files. You're going to get your cascading gatefold card. Okay, I don't think we've got that one on there. No, that's not right. What's?
Gone to 11.
Have I gone to 11? It says 10 on here, love. Oh, I've gone to set 11. Got it. Oh, I need help today. This is it. Here you go. So you're going to get your rectangle envelope box. You're also going to get your hexagon box. You get your square envelope box, and you get your self-closing box in there as well. Right, next one, number 10. Okay, in this one, you are going to get a cascading gatefold card. You're also going to get a diamond topped card. Now, we haven't been able to find the samples for this, so we might cut a couple of these. You've got your double diamond top card, and you've got your suit folded card. That looks like a tuxedo. When you folded it all in, it literally looks like a tuxedo, which is why they've called it the suit fold card. So you're going to get all 4 of those. All of them will fit on an A4 sheet of card. And of course, if you're working on your Scan and Cut, you can make them whatever size you want. Right, now then, this set, good grief. All right, let's do set 10. If you want set 10, $9.99, please don't buy that. And shop 10 as templates is $14.99. So let me finish off the templates and I'll reiterate exactly what you're getting for your money once we've gone through it all. So on your next set, look at this, you've got 3 indexes on this one. That's a lot. 4 actually. Wow, this is a big set. Love this. Now then, if you fancy having a go at some 3-dimensional crafting, That's my favourite thing. That's actually how Cutting Craftorium came to be originally. Because when I got asked if I wanted to work with Stephanie on product development, and I went to meet her and she said to me, what's your favourite thing to do craft-wise? I said, I love going, I was in the attic at the time, and on my craft room, with flat pieces of card and coming out with something that's three-dimensional, like paper engineering. And she said, right, okay. She said, and what do you think that looks like as part of product development? I said, well, I'd love to do USBs or downloads where you can buy the cutting files, cut it on the scan and cut, and then build them up. And she was like, okay, we'll make that happen. And we did. And that's how Cutting Craftorium came to be. I remember on my first day, she said to me, write your wish list. Imagine that. What's your wish list? So I did that. I then rewrote the instructions for the the cut and boss on my first day. I was like, that don't make sense. I'm going to rewrite that. And then on the second day, she said to me, oh, by the way, we've just got the license to do Disney. I was like, sorry, what? I rang Mick. I went, first day, she's asked me to write my wish list, which is brilliant. Second day, she told me we've got Disney. What's going to happen on the third day? It was fabulous. It's been fabulous ever since, to be fair, as well. Right, let's talk about this. So, your cake box. Now, you don't have to put a piece of cake in this. This is a box. I actually quite like it like that. And I really, really, really like it like that, because it can look like a little Christmas tree. Now, these, if you made a little, so what I would do with this is I would make this, I've just got another idea now for my Christmas. Every show. I would glue this together like that, and then I'd make a little square box for underneath. And then when you opened up the front of that little box that's underneath, like the trunk of the tree, your little advent calendar treat would be in there. So you could make 25 of these, or 24, and then one big one for Christmas Day. That will be fabulous, right? So try that as well. Just make a little box, super easy. You can do it. I know you can do it. We've done boxes in some of the Scan and Cut Club classes. I have to be careful today. Right, so you've got your cake box. You're then also going to get this card, which is brilliant. Now, this was made in a little bit too much of a lightweight cardstock, so it doesn't stand up the best, but you make it in a heavier weight, and you get this little card that stands up like that. It's fabulous, isn't it? I love that, because you can do so much with that. And then it just all folds flat and goes in your envelope. Imagine that's a Christmas card that you send to your family and friends this year. And I'll tell you something else this will be great with, your 2 red robins, because that, to me, looks a bit like a toadstool. We're doing Quaker Bird stickers on Saturday. That with your Quaker Bird stickers on would look amazing. I'm very excited. We've done my favourites as well. So you'll get that. You'll then also get the templates to make the little cup or the SVG files, whichever you prefer, and fill them with your Sospeso flowers if that's what you want to do. You're also going to get the saucer. Look at the saucer for the cup. How gorgeous is that? Isn't that fabulous? I love that. So you're getting the cup and saucer, and then you're also going to get the teapot. This is great as well. And the lid comes off, so you could fill it with fancy tea packets, couldn't you? How cool is that as a gift? Isn't that fabulous? I love that. That's super, super cool. Right, so that's all of them. So I'll just show you these as your SVG files. So they're all labelled for you. Teapot sides. Now you'll be able to make this bigger because it's already been split for you. She's done this as 2 pieces because it wouldn't fit on one 12 by 12 mat. But as I say, watch that Scan and Cut show back from yesterday, because you'll see how to split a box and then you can make it bigger. You're then going to get your shelf card. You're also going to get your teacup and your saucer, and you're going to get your cake box as well. So let's just recap. You can get them all individually, 9, 10, 11 and 12 as individuals at $14.99. But please don't do that. Go to $29.99 and get all of them. Now, I understand if you've only got one missing, you don't want to buy the whole lot again, unless it's worth it. You know, have a look at the value and just see if it's worth it. But this, all of these stencils should be £119.84. It's on at $29.99 before your discount, which is amazing value for money. Okay, so that's your physical templates. Now, if you want them as SVG files where you can make them bigger and you can make them smaller, and I'm going to show you what I do with all the mats and layers, how I work out which goes where. It's super easy. And they're all scalable. I think we might do one of the envelopes actually. I think that might be quite nice in this hour as well. You can get all of them, all the lot for $19.99. Honestly, that brilliant value for money. I would buy it just for that, because you've got your self-closing box, you've also got your square envelope, your rectangular envelope box, and your hexagon box. This is a deal and a half, guys. Please don't miss out on this. What I might do is see if I can get this deal added to Tuesday shows, and then we can go through and do as many as we can on the Tuesday. That's quite a nice idea, because then I can show you how to put apertures in and all that kind of thing as well. All right, so we'll do that on Tuesday. So get it into your basket now. Shop bundle, $19.99. I'll get some rice paper downloads added, and we'll do all sorts of stuff with that. Let's do that. That's it, Tuesday sorted. Easy, right? Right, now then, I want to talk to you about mediums, because we've also got this. Now, coloured acetate. Now, the other day, we were talking, in fact, was it yesterday? Yes, it was yesterday. There was a Christmas tree on one of the Tattered Lace SVG downloads. And I said, if you cut that out of your vinyl, all sorts of different things going on, out of your vinyl, you could then cut these pieces down. So let me think how you'd do that. I would draw it out. So draw the tree out on a piece of card or acetate, whichever. Cut your vinyl, put that down, and then cut the pieces of this to fit, and they will go inside, or cut the whole thing out of all the different colours, and then you can paper piece them back in. Look like stained glass windows. It's gorgeous stuff. Right, you've got blue. You've also got a proper Christmas green. You're also going to get your red in there. You're going to get a yellow. You're also going to get a pink and an orange. You're then going to get a different yellow. You get two of each. Is that what we're doing here? Yeah, I think we might be. Yeah, we are doing two of each. There you go. That helps. 6 colours. Yeah, 12 sheets. It says it on the screen, Melanie. I know, right? It's because they were all mixed up. And 2 clear ones as well. Shop colour, $12.99. That's a great one. I'm going to get this added. We'll do that tree. Oh, I'm excited now about next Tuesday. I'm more excited about Friday. Black Friday deals are being, well, the scan and cut one is being previewed on Friday for those of you that have signed up. Please don't forget to sign up. So Instagram and Facebook, all you need to do is type the word deals into the comments underneath the video now, and that will give us permission to send you a message on Friday. If you're watching on YouTube or on our website, on the homepage on our website, there is a banner that says Black Friday deals. Click on that, and that will take you through, and we'll be able to send you that message as well, so don't miss out on that. Right, next up, we've got our mirror card here. So you're going to get 10 sheets, $8.99, assorted colours. I'll just splay them out like this so that you can see. You've got a lovely teal in there, your Christmas green, your royal blue, you've got your gold, you've also got your red, your black, which is gorgeous, and your silver, and your rose gold, and your pink. So you're going to get 10 sheets for $8.99. If we get a chance in this hour, I'll cut one of those and show you what the foam matting and layering looks like, because you can save yourself a small fortune on card doing that. Next up, we've got gold mirror card. I don't need to flick through this for you because it's all the same. 10 sheets for $5.99. That's dropped in price. Oh, that's nice. We're not £3 off that. Gold mirror. Again, use it with your faux matting and layering. And then, stay there. Now this is blinking brilliant. Do you remember scraper boards when you were a kid? They were good, weren't they? This is like that. So it comes with a little tool in the packet. You get black sheets. They're all different colours underneath, and you just scratch it back. So you could, let me think out the best way to do that. Right, if you took one of your digi-stamps, so printed it off, and then traced over it with the white graphite paper onto the scraper board, then you can scratch it back and you can have your digi-stamps with colour behind them. This is a great one for the kids as well, for stocking fillers. This is definitely going in Alice's stocking this Christmas because she's going to love that. It's going to blow her mind. How does that work, Nana? She'll love it. Shop Engrave, $6.99 for 5 different colours. So you get a green. It doesn't tell me on here, does it? You get a green. What does it look like on there? Silver, red, blue and yellow. Okay, you've got all those colours in there. Right, come on, let's go over here and let's get something cutting on the scan and cut, shall we? So I think we're going to do batch 11. We'll do one of the envelopes, Melanie. Words, love, words. I know. Right, home and okay. Right, I've got them on the USB. So we're going to retrieve the information from that USB and we're going to go into batch number 11. So card template SVG 11. You've got your mats and layers, you've got your hexagon box, which we're about to build. You've got your rectangular envelope, your self-closing box and your square envelope. So let's make one of the rectangle envelopes. Now you can see when that goes onto your mat, it's more or less the full depth of that 12 by 12 mat. You could go a little bit bigger, and if you're going to do that, do it as a percentage. So if we go to edit and we multiple select everything that's on that mat, press OK, go back to object edit and group it. If you then go to resize and go to percentage, you can take it up in percentages. As soon as it gets too big for a 12 by 12, your mat will change. So you'll know that that's the most that it can do. I'm just going to leave it as it was for now. So now we've got that. So let's get that cutting and then we can build the hexagon box while that's doing that bit. And then I can talk to you about the mats and layers and the easiest way to do that. Now, obviously, if you're using just your regular templates, you're going to do exactly what we said. You're going to draw onto a piece of card, or you could use a scoring tool if you wanted to. Work on top of your embossing mat from your Pro Cut, and that will give you something to push that into. Oh, Melanie, that scraper's a bit mucky, love. Let's turn it over. No, I need a new piece of card. I can't do that. My brain won't let me do that. I will use that card for something else, but I can't do that. No, that's not good. Clean, keep your scrapers clean, guys, right? Unlike me. Right, let's just get all the muck off that. That's because I use it when I clean my mat and then I forget to clean my scraper. Right, I've retacked this mat this morning, so we should be good to go. There is a video on our YouTube channel showing you the correct way to retack your scan and cut mat, because the mats don't last long enough and the stencil glue means that they last much, much longer than they normally would. So we're going to put our mat into here. I'm going to keep it at the size that it is, just to make it easier. And then we're going to set the scan and cut going. Now, on an SDX with your auto blade, it's more precise when it's doing perforation lines. So what I mean by that is, instead of just doing what the CM does, where it goes like that, this one goes down, across, up, down, across, up, so it does take longer. If you're ever in a rush to do a lot at once, I'm just going to unload that mat because that card's coming up, put your CM blade, if you've had a CM machine, put your CM blade and housing in and do it with that, and it'll cut it. Obviously, you've got to set your own settings, but that's what I did when I was prepping for the shows yesterday. So that's how I would do that. Right, now then, let's load this into here now. That's pressed down a bit better. That lever down here. Right, so all we're going to do now is press start, and it'll cut that out in 5 minutes. And then once it's done that, we'll have a look at all the mats and layers and how they work for you as well. I'm just going to grab the iPad so that I can answer any questions that are coming in. Wendy says she wants to be my granddaughter. Think I'm too old. You're not too old, but she could adopt me. I could adopt you. I've adopted another customer, Jennifer, as well. So yeah, more the merrier. Can you see what it's doing? You can hear it. Listen. cutting all of those perforation lines perfectly. You start to see it there, look. Now, if you don't want perforation lines, if you would prefer score lines, we just take it into Canvas Workspace and change them to score lines. It's fine on this because it's they're all mounting folds. When you come to do a valley fold, you have to use a perforation line. Otherwise, it will ruin the look of your project. There we go. Right, it's doing its thing. Sounds like something's sticking there. What's that noise? Let's see what's going on in here. Don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just the cardstock. I will just press start again. So if you ever have anything like that, just pause it. Don't panic. Just pause it, and it'll go back to where it last finished. Right, we've got questions. Okay, so we have got loads blinking out. We've got tons of them. Right, okay, brilliant. Love that. Wendy, please ask Ethan to pass Amanda all love from us all, please. Ethan, will you do that? Will you remember?
Probably not.
I'll pass it on for you, Wendy. Honestly, boys. Everyone's sending much love. We've got Pauline, yes, Mel, foiling on the scan and cut using the position cross for the first time. Pauline, how cool is that? I'm going to tell you a story that Lewis doesn't know. But last night, was it last night? No, it wasn't. It was in a meeting with Brother yesterday. We were talking to a guy called Chris. And he was absolutely fabulous, I have to say. We were looking at different printers and all sorts of stuff from Brother, which is very exciting. And she said to Chris, you know, everybody here is either involved in production or camera or whatever. And she said, I even heard Lewis on the phone to a customer today, and he said, I've done so many shows with Mel now on the scan and cut, I can answer all your questions. How brilliant is that? So Lewis, well done. Round of applause for Lewis, everybody at home. Isn't that brilliant? That sounded really patronising, I didn't mean it to. How cool is that? Yeah, Lewis is like, please don't. But if I need to, I can. Angie says, I'm not allowed chocolates for 12 days, or nuts, eggs and fish. I'm on a really strong antibiotic. Oh, Angie, that's not good. How can you not have chocolate for 10, or eggs, or fish? That's exactly what I live on, chocolate, nuts, eggs and fish. Oh, that's not nice, Andrew. You get better soon, darling. We've got, right, question. Mel, I purchased the 1 to 24 magazine download last week. Massive, but allow time to download them. But I don't suppose there's an index online as to what's in each file, is there? I don't think I will ever get through them all. I don't think, without looking, I don't know. Will you message help at Highlight Crafts, because Sean will be able to look into that for you. I'm not sure if there are indexes, because it wasn't like a USB. It's whatever files were on that card on that project. So I don't know whether they're laid out in project. Marina's giving you it like that. Right, love that. Also, sorry Mel, don't apologise. Did you say you have the license for Disney? Got 3 USBs from Crate and Craft, but only used each one because of not having a license, so are they now covered? All right, so the license was that we got to sell Disney's artwork. That was the license. It's not a license for you to go out and make and sell. One day when I retire, I will tell you the story of that, and you'll be blown away. Not in a good way either. Anyway, shut up, Melanie. Moving on. But no, so you can't make and sell. You can make and gift. But it was licensed for us to be able to work with Disney. That's what she was talking about. And then we've got Mel. Will there be a bear deal on the scan and cut for Black Friday? Need a new machine, as it will cost a lot to service and repair mine. We've kind of done it with a bundle. So I can't tell you what it is yet either, and it's driving me crazy. What I will say is the SDX 1200 is normally $599, and we bring it to you on a regular basis at $449. That price is staying, but all the other stuff that we're adding in will probably be worth it, Carol. Let's see what you think about it, Carol, and then we'll have a chat after that. All right, let's do that bit first. Marina says, I think Alice will need her own warehouse to put all the craft stuff in that Nanny is buying her. Oh, absolutely. Matthew says to me, have you seen the state of a bedroom with all this craft stuff? And he keeps saying, Alice, you need to tidy your room. And Alice goes, my nana's a crafter and her room's not tidy. I was like, you little horror. Got me in trouble. Right, so this is finished cutting now. So we'll put this to one side and we'll build this hexagon box. I've got most of it done, but I wanted to show you it finished because I think it's a lovely little box for this. If you buy somebody a nail varnish or a lipstick, I like to do that for my daughter-in-law, Sammy, because she loves her nails. She's actually done a nail course online. She's very good at it too. Right, so we've cut all of this out. I will talk to you about mats and layers as we go through. So then what I did, and I love this about a scan and cut and having the scanner in it, I took a piece of paper, one of the downloads from Fluttering Through Lace, printed it off this morning, and then I laid out, so I took my piece of paper, my rectangle, which is my smallest mat and layer, and the triangle, and I lined them up and I grouped it together, and then I duplicated it 8 times. Then I scanned the paper in, positioned them where I wanted them on the paper, and then cut them out. So all we need to do now is glue these pieces of paper onto these panels. So I'll do the panels first. So I chose black card and cream card. This is one of the posh card. It's the one that's almost got the horizontal lines running through it. I can't remember what it was called, but it's a fabulous card. Any of the posh cards. I would be a little bit wary of the really heavy one, because you do need to be able to fold this in. If you're doing something like your rectangle envelope box, it will be fine. But if you're doing something like this, where you've got a score line or a perforation line that's going to go into a valley, just be careful that you don't use a cardstock that's too heavy. Light doesn't matter, because you're going to build up all those layers anyway. So if you've only got a lighter weight card, don't think you can't use that. You can, because you're going to do all your mats and layers on top of it, which will strengthen it. On Tuesday, what I'll do is I'll show you how to put apertures in these windows as well, because that will be quite a cool thing to do. So I'll show you the process of doing that. But I think this will be a really good one for a Tuesday, because we can get right into the nitty-gritty of everything. We'll have other stuff on as well, of course, but I do think this will be a nice one. So we're going to pop all of these inside these panels. So when you cut it out, you cut it in one piece. I've done eight panels for each one, thinking it's an octagon. It's not, it's a hexagon. Honestly, Melanie. Me and my brain, I tell you. It's days when I look in the mirror and think, really? Really? Right, we're going to put all of these onto here, and I liked the black and cream because I thought it would be really nice for a man's card as well, or a man's gift box, but also really pretty with the colours in that paper. And I've just used the mats and layers as they are in that download, okay? So I haven't changed them, I haven't done offsets inward or outward to make them narrower or wider, although you can if you want to. I'll show you that as well. If you wanted an extra layer in, or if you wanted just one layer rather than 3, you can do that as well. So once you've done that bit, we've then got all our triangles. So they're going to go into the triangular slot here. I love the fact that Becky's done these as mats and layers for you as well, because that's important. Yes, we can go in canvas and split a shape, but it's much easier getting it already done for you, really, isn't it? Sometimes you want to play and discover different things, and sometimes you just want to cut it out and stick it together, right? I'll tell you what, these with our stickers on would look fabulous, wouldn't they? If you've got our stickers, these are going to be great. Now, when you're using them on cardstock, I want you to de-tack them first, because they are a resin decal. When you they go on, they're made to go on Formula One racing cars, so you can imagine how sticky they are. When you're doing them on card, especially if it's not a quality card, you just want to de-tack them a little bit, because the top layer can pull a little bit on card. So de-tack them first, and then you don't have any problems at all, which is going to be fabulous. Love that. Right, so let's get all of these triangles stuck on here. And then we'll put our decorative papers on, and then we'll put it together so that you can see how that comes into that box shape. So I'm using my Pinflair bookbinding glue for this. You will find that on our website, which is exciting. We had our lovely Linda Chapman in the building yesterday, talking about what she's bringing, which I cannot wait for. It's super exciting, and she's beside herself with excitement. It's very good. Very good. So it was lovely to see Linda yesterday, giving me grief about giving her grief on shows, which was funny. Love that. Right, now all we need to do now is put our little pictures in here. So let's do that really quickly. Let's just put a bit of glue on here. It's not going to be perfect, but you know what? It'll be fine. So let's build all these up like so. So a little bit of glue. Bless you, Lewis. It's all that learning that you've been doing on the Scan and Cut. Wait till we get you on a show. It's like hiding behind the whiteboard now, ignoring me. You can hide, but I'll always find you. That sounded a bit scary, didn't it? A bit scary. It's like me the other week. I bought a felting kit from the NEC last year. Good grief, that's gone quick. Actually, last year, and it's a little good. It's a little doll. It's gorgeous, and it came into the living room on the Saturday as I bought it. I came back on the following weekend. I had a day off, and I sat there with this needle and this doll. And I'm like that, felting it into this foam mat. And he went, oh my God, is that like a voodoo doll? He said, my back's aching. I went, no, darling, if it was a voodoo doll, it wouldn't be your back that was aching. He scurried out of the room. It was hilarious. It's very funny. He knows I'm only joking. But it was very funny at the time. I was like, yeah. He's like, wow, right, okay. I'm leaving the room then. We all like that with each other. It is very funny. Right, so let's get this on here and then we will build the box. Right, so now we've had a lady this morning saying that when she's building boxes with our DIY tape, they're coming apart. You need to burnish it down a little bit more. Because it's a repositionable adhesive for a certain length of time, until you burnish it down, it will give you the ability to be able to move it or remove it. So just make sure if you're using your DIY tape doctor that you burnish it down properly, because it is the best tape that I have ever used. And that's a big statement. If you imagine how many projects I've made in all those years, I've made thousands of them, and it is absolutely phenomenal. And we do still have it on that amazing deal for you. So anything like these that you're making, I would definitely recommend that tape that we had on the previous hour. Sold out of all the blinking vellum in that hour as well. Don't know what we're going to do. We need to get more. I know, it's busy. Right, let's pop these on here and then we can actually build the box itself. So let's find my appropriate triangles. Love this. I think it's just really sweet. And I like making gift boxes. I always find, and this is like from years ago, now I try and make my own Christmas cards, but I don't always succeed because I don't always have time. But you go out and you buy all the presents and you find some real deals, and then you go to buy all the gift bags and the cards. It costs you a fortune. I'm like, blinking heck. Just spent that on a present. I'm spending more on the gift bag to put it in. Now you can make your own. Now then, the easiest way when you are doing a box like this is to fold it over like that. So turn it over, and then with your tab there, just fold that over like that. But before you do that, you need to reinforce all of these perforation lines. And these are all going into valley folds. So you need to make sure that these are all folded in. Okay. Now, this morning, I chose to do this one with my auto blade because it does give you a deeper perforation. It's easier to fold. But if you're working on a lightweight card, you can always, if you want to, use your CM blade. It is just a bit faster because it's not quite as specific. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put glue onto this tab. And when you're gluing it, what I want you to do with any construction, whether it's this or any of the other projects that you do, please make sure that you have enough glue on your tab. You don't need too much, but you need enough. And you need to make sure that that glue goes right up to that perforation line. You can't just, and I find this when we're doing festivals, you can't just put a little bit of glue here and expect it to hold. It needs to go right up to that perforation line because that's what's going to hold it together. So now we're going to fold this over. We're going to fold that over, and then it will line up absolutely perfectly. Look at that. How fabulous is that? And remember, you're getting all of these different card shapes and boxes for a silly, silly price. Right, now then, let's look at the base of this. So we're going to fold these in a little bit at a time. So you've got all of these. Now this one is going to keep it so that it stays in the right shape. So let me think about this logically. I think if we glue that one to that one first and get that straight like that, that's going to mean that all the others will work perfectly together. Because if you do, can you see how you've got that movement in there? So if I put glue on here, on this tab, and again, go right up to the edge of that perforation line, like that. So we're putting glue in there, and then just use my finger and spread that out, because this is important. This is going to be the base of your box. So any weight that you're putting in here is going to have to be held by this. So then all I'm going to do is pull this tab over, and I'm going to pull this side out so that I get that straight and lined up like that, okay? And then we're going to go in, and we're going to hold that for a few seconds, still making sure that we're not pushing that back out, because if you don't get this bit right, the rest of it won't work either. Right, we've got questions. All the questions, love a question. Right, let me read a question while I do this bit. Right, now then. Oh gosh. Okay, Mel, I've now got my laptop. My 3 daughters bought it as an early Christmas present. I was wondering if the printer is back in stock as I get paid next week. Shauna, can you let me know which printer? Because we do the sublimation, we do the laser one, and we do the inkjet A3 one. So please, can you let me know which one it is, and then I can give you the details. Because like I said, we had a meeting with Brother yesterday. Oh, it's very exciting. Some of the stuff that we're going to be bringing is really cool. Although I have to say, he said to me yesterday, and this is me all over. So he said, we do a printer that prints A4, but it'll cut it in half. So it would cut your A4 sheet in half. So you'd have A5 there and A5 there. And I went, brilliant. Why would I not just do that on a trimmer? And he went, well, it's a thing like if you work in an office or you're doing lots of leaflets. I was like, yeah, I get that bit, but yeah, no. But we have found out that we can get more stock of the inkjet, the A3. We thought they discontinued it, not for any reason, because I said to him, why? Why have you discontinued that printer? It's blinking brilliant. He said, oh, every few years we just have a refresh. I was like, well, can you ask them not to? I'm like, and then he said, Stephanie, have you ever been to our place? She said, yeah. He said, have you been? I said, yeah, I'm 45 minutes from your front door. He went, oh. I was like, yeah, oh. It was quite fun. He was a lovely guy, though. And I'll tell you what, for the first time in dealing with Brother personally for 10 years, he gave us so much more information than we've ever had. So we're going to be doing all sorts of different stuff with Brother. It's really exciting. So yes, Shauna, I will let you know. Let me know which one. Marina, thanks, Mel. We'll spend some time looking through them and see if I can print the front covers or possibly an index sheet from the front cover. Yes, you should be able to do that. Then we've got Fran. If anybody has not got the DIY tape, I would highly recommend it for construction. Yes, you have to burnish, but it's far easier to use than red liner tape. Here. Thank you, Fran. And Pauline says, moved on to doing some sentiments from issue 19 of the Tattered Lace magazine. I said before this download was amazing. I have also made outward offset lines so that I have a matte layer for the sentiments. Thank you for all the education you bring us. You are very, very welcome. And Carol says, what's your email, please, Mel? mel@highlightcrafts.com. There you go, mel@highlightcrafts.com. And you can get hold of me on that. It's easier than Facebooking me because I don't do Facebook. I'm not good at it. I don't get it. I have to learn it, and I ain't got time to learn that and doing everything else. If you're doing one of the cards from TL51, I've had to change the size because it can only be cut on 12 by 12, and I haven't got enough of one colour for a class. I need 6 of the same. I'm changing it to A4 so I can print the same colour. Perfect, see? Great, right? Right, so then all of these come in like this. So you get all of those little points coming out, and then you thread your ribbon through there and tie it, and that's what holds that box in place. How cool is that? That's fabulous, isn't it? I love that. And I'm talking to you while we're doing this, reading questions. You could have those made. I would do all the cutting first. So the way I would do this to be productive, I would cut all of the matte layers first, then I'd let it run and do all the boxes, because while it's doing the boxes, you can glue the matte layers together. If you set it running boxes, you're sitting there not doing anything. But this is absolutely fabulous. Right, let's have a quick look at the mats and layers, because I want to show you the best way to use those. So, I'm going to put my stylus. Oh, every time, here it is. Right, so we've just done the rectangle box, so we might as well look at those matte layers. So what Becky does is she puts them in sets for you. So if we go into 11 and we go back into the rectangle envelope, what I want to do, that will give you your envelope itself, go into the mats and layers, and then they are also in files. So if we go into rectangle envelope, this is what you're going to get. So when I look at this, I go, right, that's the smallest matte layer, so that's going to be my paper. So I need one of those. I've then got my next matte layer that is going to be my card. I've then got a third matte layer that is going to be another card one. And then I've got my side pieces, which are going to be a single layer for the side. Then I'll come up here, I'll grab one of those like that, and I'll grab these like this, and I move them all down to the bottom like that. So I've got all 3 pieces of all of the shapes. Then what I do is select one of the ones that I don't need, because I can just duplicate the one that I've got down here. Go to Edit, Multiple Select, Part of the mat, drag over the edge, press OK, and put all the rest of that in the bin. Now you know that you've got one of each size. So when you then bring this up here, if you want to do 2 of these out of your paper, because you're going to need 2, just duplicate it so it's got 2, position it on your mat. It doesn't matter that it overlaps these, because if you change your cut area, you can keep all those pieces on your mat, so you don't have to keep recalling the files. Cut those 2. Save this bit as well, because then you can use it next time. Cut those 2, delete them off, do the next 2, delete them off, next ones, delete them off, etc. So I get rid of any excess that I don't need. So for this, for example, I kept one of that, one of that, one of that, and the same with the triangles, and the rest I got rid of. So it's not filling up all my mat, and that's how I do it. And then I duplicate them a section at a time. Change the cut area so it doesn't see all the other bits and bobs. And then work it from there. It's fabulous. Right, Shana says, Mel, I think it was the laser printer. It's the one where you can foil and use the iron and you can laminate. Yes, it is. We're waiting for them to come back in. So we've put an order in, and they will be back in shortly. If you want to, Shana, if you go onto our website, highlightcrafts.com, find that product. It will say out of stock, but find the product. When you click on that product, you can put your email in. And as soon as it comes back into stock, you will be sent out an automated email, and then you'll know when it's back in. I do that all the time. I buy quite a lot of jumpers from Roman because I love their products. And I do that. If they're out of a certain size, I put my email in, and it's brilliant because then you don't miss out a second time. Mel, any deals coming on 12 by 24 inch SDX cutting mats? I can ask the question. The problem is with Brother is we don't work with a big margin, so it's not easy to do massive discounts on accessories. Hi Mel, are the score lines all perforated? If so, you can remove them, thanks. Yes, Susanna. So go into Canvas Workspace. Canvas Workspace will ungroup the file, then move the outside shape, so your outside edge, change the ones that you want, select the ones that you want to change to a straight line, go into the properties of that shape, click on it, and then your dash pattern, just change it to a straight line. But remember, mountain, that's fine. If you're doing a valley, it has to be a perforation line. Otherwise, if you've scored it, you're then folding it in on itself and it'll all crumple and look awful. So what you can do with your perforation lines for a valley fold is you can change it to the tightest perforation line, so the one that's got the smallest lines. So resize first the original perforation line and then switch it to the tighter one, and that will give you a neater finish. Right, my lovelies, I'm going through that wall to do some wreath making. Let's come and join me. I'll see you in a bit. Bye.